Good evening and welcome. You're watching Primetime News on TV1. I'm Katna. Here are tonight's top stories.
Newsfirst headlines. Main sponsor.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
President speaks on developing the digital economy in Kandy.
අපි අලුත් ඩිජිටල් ඉකොනොමි පිළිබඳ අමාත්‍යාංශ ගොඩනගනවා. වැදගත් කාර්යක්ෂම ඩිජිටල් ඉකොනොමි එකක් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ගොඩනගනවා. අපේ රට මේ තියෙන තලයේ සිට අලුත් තලයකට අපි උසම.
Prime Minister says the new budget will present a program to increase the income of the people.
ජනතාවට සේවයක් වන මහජන සේවාවන් වලට ප්‍රමුඛතාවයක් දෙන අයවැයක් අපි ඔබට ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා.
Ranan responds to Dilit. Dilit speaks of those intending to nab thieves.
දිලිත් ජයවීර මහත්තයා පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ ඉන්න ඕන. මොකද එයා තමයි හරියටම දන්නේ රාජපක්ෂලා කොහෙද සල්ලි හංගලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා.
දැන් ඔය හොරු අල්ලන්න ඕන කියලා කෙනෙක් ඕන කෙනෙක්ගෙන් එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් මං අහන්නේ. සත පහක බදු ගෙවලා තියෙනවා. අපිට හෙලිකොප්ටර් වලින් යන්න ඕනෙත් නෑ.
Another unregistered vehicle found in Kottava. 1,898 lives lost due to road accidents so far this year. Highest number of fatalities are pedestrians.
මේ මාරකර යනතුරු 1818න් මිය ගිහිල්ලා තිනවා පුද්ගලයන් 1898 දෙනෙක්.
Newsfirst headlines. Main sponsor.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
Sri Lanka decides.
On to those stories in detail now. President Kumar emphasized his commitment to guiding the country towards a digital economy under a national people's power government. He shared these views during a public rally in Kandy today. The rally was chaired by President Kumar and was held under the theme Rata Hadana Api Malimavata.
ජයග්‍රහණය වෙනුවෙන් උරදුන් ආදරණීය නායකයා ජාතික ජනබලවේගයේ නායක ආදරණීය අණ්ඩු දිසානායක සහෝදරයා මේ ඓතිහාසික සෙන්කඩගල පුරවර මහනුවර දිස්ත්‍රික් විජයග්‍රාහී රැළිය සඳහා මහනුවර දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ මේ බිමට සැපෙමිනෙන මොහොත
අපේ රටේ ආර්ථිකයේ ප්‍රධාන මෙහෙයුම්කරුවන්ට ජාතික ජනබලවේගයේ ආණ්ඩුව කෙරෙහි විශ්වාසය සහතික කරන්න සමත් වී තිබෙනවා. ඒකේ ප්‍රතිඵලයක් හැටියට ඩොලරය 300ට යටින් තියෙනවා.
We have succeeded in building trust in the National People's Power Government among the key economic operators. As a result, the dollar exchange rate is now below 300 rupees. Some predicted it would exceed 400 rupees. Today, the National People's Power Government stands as one of the strongest governments in securing international aid in recent times. Soon, I plan to appear on the Rupavahini channel to reveal how extensively public resources were exploited for personal gain and how this misuse had become an addiction. Despite losing their positions, some still request for security, vehicles, fuel allowances and servants, unable to part with the privileges that they've grown accustomed to. On the 14th of November, the parliament will be cleared and filled with NPP representatives. There is an essential goal in establishing a digital economy. Just yesterday, a leading professional in this field with experience in managing global operations for a highly respected international company joined us in Sri Lanka to drive this transformation. He joined Sri Lanka to achieve this, leaving all of his work aside and without seeking any money in return. We will establish a new Ministry of Digital Economy. The National People's Power Government will change this culture of queues and overcrowded state institutions and build a digital economy in Sri Lanka where effective services are provided to citizens. We will take this country to the next level. We understand that the current state sector salaries are insufficient. From the very first budget of the National People's Power Government, we will ensure an increase in these salaries. Some claim that they were also planning on increasing state sector salaries, submitting cabinet papers and allocating funds. But if that was true, why didn't they implement it? When university activities halted for 3 months and they were demanding for higher pay, no cabinet papers or funds were mentioned. State sector employees went on strike yet there was no provision for salary increases. Regardless of other cabinet papers or allocations, the National People's Power government will increase salaries of state sector employees in the upcoming budget. We're also in discussion with the private sector to secure salary increases for their employees as well. Some are dreaming of us failing within 3 to 6 months. Remember, the NPP government is unstoppable until we rebuild this country. We are planning to hold the provincial council elections within next year. Same goes for the Pradesh Sabha election. Accordingly, we are planning to address all the issues at the village, city and national level. Some are asking for an opposition. Why do we need one now? At this moment, an opposition would only hinder our progress. What we need instead is a strong government.
සමහර අය කරන විපක්ෂයක් හදමු. විපක්ෂයක් මොකටද මේ වෙලාවේ? විපක්ෂයක් මේ වෙලාවේ ඕන වෙන්නේ මේ වගේ කරන වැඩවලට කකුලෙන් අදින්න. මේ වෙලාවේ ඕන මොකද්ද? මේ වෙලාවේ වෙන ශක්තිමත් ආණ්ඩුවක්.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya stated that programs aimed at increasing the salaries of state sector employees and boosting the income of citizens will be presented in the upcoming budget. The Prime Minister shared these views at a public meeting in Thalawattugoda yesterday.
මේ දිනවල කතාබහට ලක්වෙන මාතෘකාවක් තමයි
A topic that is being discussed these days is the budget of our government. We will not make false promises. We will not say whatever comes to mind just to get votes. We have been stating for a long time that we will make the public service of this country efficient. Therefore, we will present proposals to increase the incomes and salaries of all state sector employees and every working citizen in our budget. The budget will include plans to raise salaries while ensuring the professionalism of state sector employees. We are prioritizing public services in this budget. We are also presenting a budget that ensures social security while achieving economic growth. To fulfill all of this and implement these plans, we need a strong parliament. If policies are to be formulated in parliament, it must consist of people with principles. If laws are to be enacted, there must be at least some individuals who respect those laws. Members of parliament should be able to take responsibility for public funds. You are the reason we are confident in building the nation. The entire world is watching the transformation that Sri Lanka is undergoing through the awakening of its citizens as we set an example by empowering the people. We must be proud of that. Let's cleanse the Diyavan Nava. Let's build a parliament that we can be proud of.
අපිට ආඩම්බර වෙන්න පුළුවන් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවක් හදාගමු.
Dr. Harsha De Silva expressed the stance of the Samagid Janabalabega regarding the increase of salaries for state sector employees.
මේ කට්ටිය කිව්වේ මාස 6න් ආයෙත් පඩි වැඩි කරනවා කිව්වා. හරි දැන් කියනවා සල්ලි නැහැ.
They initially stated that salaries would be increased every 6 months. Now they are saying that the funds available are insufficient to do that. This raises a key question. How will the 2025 budget secure the funds for these salary increases? Some amount is necessary to increase the salaries. To obtain that money, the government announced that the current suspension on vehicle imports will be lifted. Those import taxes are essential for securing the funds for salary increases, which is the first point. We have seen the NPP government indicate that they need to reconsider the importation of vehicles to Sri Lanka. This presents a problem. On the other hand, the payee tax is currently set at 100,000 rupees. We mentioned that this would remain at 100,000 rupees, but the rate for incomes between 100,000 and 150,000 rupees will be 1%. That is what we said. Now what did they say? They said that no one has to pay taxes on income below 200,000 rupees. However, they also mentioned that the country incurs a loss of 80 billion rupees due to this. The other aspect is that they projected economic growth at 3% to make decisions about this year's treasury revenue. However, they are actually expecting a growth of 4%. If that's the case, the NPP government would indeed have received a bonus for this work. The real issue, however, is why they are not doing that.
එහෙමනම් ඇත්තටම මාලිමාවේ ආණ්ඩුවට බෝනස් එකකුත් හම්බුණා මේ වැඩේ කරන්න. හැබැයි ඒක කරන්නේ නැත්තේ මොකද කියන එක තමයි තියෙන විශාල ගැටලුව.
Leader of the United Democratic Voice, Ranjan Ramanayaka, expressed these views at a public meeting held in Dewlapitiya yesterday.
මේ ටිකේ දිලිත් ජයවීර මහත්තයා එක දිගට අපේ පක්ෂයට අපහාස කරමින් උත්තර ඉල්ලනවා මගෙන්.
Over the past few days, Dilit Jayavira has been insulting our party and expecting me to respond. And he says that I am evading the matter. I am a straightforward man. At this moment, I am stating publicly that Dilit Jayavira should be in parliament with us. He is the representative of the Rajapaksas. He himself said that he drew the flower bud symbol and then later erased it himself. There was a photo of him when the results came out showing that Gotabaya Rajapaksa had won the election after having fooled 6.9 million people. In the picture, Dilip Jayawira poses like this, as if he is saying our boss won the election. Dilip Jayawira is a man who called in for a lot of favours after Gotabaya came into power, and he is a successful businessman with a lot of allegations against him. For this government to get back the money stolen by the Rajapaksas, Dilip Jayawira needs to be in parliament for the investigations, because he is the man who knows exactly where the Rajapaksas have hidden their money. That means he is not from the ruling party. He is on this side. Just like Harin said, and this has been included in the Hansard, Dilip Jayawira can be asked, where is the antigen money? Who helped you get an airplane ticket from Upul Travels for a reduced price? Who facilitated the stays at his hotel chain called Citrus? How did you earn so much of money? There are many more things that he needs to be questioned on. I know many more things about him. He is a smart and creative entrepreneur. His creativity was used to bring a thief into power. Now we could utilize his creative abilities to bring some of that money back into Sri Lanka.
පාවිච්චි කරලා ඒ මුදල් ටිකක් ලංකාවට ගේන්න.
At a public meeting held today in Mirigama, leader of the Sarva Jana Bale, Dilip Jayawira, made a statement that politicians who take money from thieves are also working to protect them.
දැන් මම කිව්වා අර රැස්වීම වලට මිනිස්සු
I mentioned that whoever is spending money and bringing thousands of people in buses and organizing these big rallies is not doing it for no reason. The man spending all this money does so expecting something in return. They commit frauds and then these fraudsters get together and send someone to parliament. And so, in order to protect themselves, these politicians always protect the fraudsters. The ones claiming to catch the thieves are thieves themselves. I only ask one question from the people claiming to catch thieves. Have you even paid 5 cents as taxes? Neither do we need an NGO donation, nor do we want to travel by helicopters. And if we do travel so, it would be with our own money. Having paid taxes, I contested for the presidential election this time. I spent an amount of 300 million rupees. The amount is too much, but I had to spend it because I knew that the general elections were to happen as well. I had informed the election commissioner that the money spent was my own. I have paid the taxes for every cent, and so we are not afraid. I'm telling you this as a person who has received free education, paid all taxes, conducted every business ethically and earned success through hard work.
අධ්‍යාපනයෙන් ඉගෙනගෙන අන්තිම සතපහට බදු ගෙවලා හැම කරන ව්‍යාපාරයක්ම ධාර්මිකව කරලා දහඩිය මහන්සියෙන් හම්බ කරපු ව්‍යවසායකයෝ හැටියට.
A group including the Kegal district leader of the Democratic National Alliance, Basant Kumar Ratna, filed a complaint at the National Election Commission requesting for the party to be banned over an alleged financial transaction of the party.
I am contesting from the Democratic National Alliance under the symbol of the post box. When we signed the nominations, the party leader Prabha Ganeshan promised that 7 million rupees would be spent for the district. Based on that promise, I brought in 8 candidates for the Kegal district. However, without fulfilling his commitments, Prabha Ganeshan, the secretary Gangadhara and national organizer Niruksha Kumar had got 150 million rupees from Leica Mobile, claiming it was to be spent for us. All without our knowledge. Not a single rupee has been given to the party organizers. The chairman of the party is Mohan Pereira. Even Damita Ratna joined this party and she is now feeling helpless. It is rumoured that she was bought with money. Not only I, but candidates from all 22 districts are also helpless. I visited the election commission to request the commission to ban this political party.
An unregistered vehicle has been discovered in a garage in Lianagama, Kottaba. Police spokesman DIG Nihal Taldua says that the vehicle was found based on a tip-off received by the police. He says that it is currently in the custody of the Kottaba police. Further investigations are underway to find out who used this vehicle. Meanwhile, several unregistered luxury vehicles were found in various parts of the island over the past few days. Former State Minister Lohan Ratwatte, who was arrested in connection with the incident of an unregistered luxury jeep being discovered in Mirihana, is currently in remand custody. Press and media spokesman Gamini Bidisanayaka says that he is currently receiving treatment at the prison hospital based on court orders. Meanwhile, former Minister Johnston Fernando was arrested and later released on bail in connection with the discovery of an illegally assembled BMW-type car in a luxury hotel in Colombo. One of the main reasons for the crisis in Sri Lanka was the failure of our leaders to take proper decisions at the right time. If you're wondering what happened to Sri Lanka, let's take a look.
What happened to Sri Lanka?
We reported details on the judgment of the Supreme Court, where it was held that the fundamental rights of the general public of Sri Lanka were violated due to the decisions taken by our leaders to take proper decisions during 2019 to 2022. The judgment of the Supreme Court revealed that the then governor of the central bank in the year 2020 had highlighted to the then Minister of Finance the need to seek assistance of the International Monetary Fund on several occasions. The then Minister of Finance, who completely disregarded these recommendations that were made, later resigned from his post. His successor was an influential politician who had previously held the position of Minister of Economic Development. The then Governor of the Central Bank had also appealed to the subsequent Minister of Finance to seek the assistance of the International Monetary Fund. The letter forwarded by the Governor of the Central Bank on the 14th of September 2021 is an important one. The letter highlights that since an agreement was entered into with the IMF, even under the Mahinda Chintana in 2009, a similar IMF program could be agreed to under the vistas of prosperity and splendor. The letter highlights that if such a program is entered into, the continuous downgrading of Sri Lanka by the international rating agencies could be mitigated, and that Sri Lanka will be able to attract foreign exchange into the country. However, on the 14th of September 2021, the same day that the then Governor of the Central Bank forwarded this letter to the Minister of Finance, he had resigned from office. The judgment of the Supreme Court had concluded this final letter sent by the then Governor of the Central Bank contained sufficient details that Sri Lanka's economy could have been stabilized with the assistance of the International Monetary Fund. Subsequently, a new governor was appointed to the Central Bank. This new governor of the Central Bank had also forwarded a report to the then Finance Minister regarding the damage that has been caused to the economy. This report was sent 84 days after he took office. This report had highlighted the fact that Sri Lanka will not be able to service its debts or even fund essential imports to the country in the future. The report had added that the foreign reserves of the country had depleted and the government's immediate action on resolving this issue would be decisive. It had also highlighted the steps that should be taken to address the situation. The recommendations included the sale of non-strategic state assets. The report had highlighted that the depletion of foreign reserves could be addressed by the sale of the shares of the government in the Kedavalapitiya power plant and the eastern terminal of the Colombo port. The decisions reached by the Monetary Board on the 8th of December 2021 were referred to in the judgment of the Supreme Court. The judgment refers to the decision of the Monetary Board to sell gold reserves of the country. The Monetary Board had expected to raise between $350 to $400 million through this sale. Despite all of these information being available, in the end, Sri Lanka was bankrupt due to the failure of our leaders to take proper decisions at the right time. Instead of taking decisive action, our leaders resorted to piecemeal solutions, and also state assets were sold for pittance.
The power of the people.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
Another person injured in the bus accident in Dunhinda Amagasoya along the Badulla Mahyanganaya main road has been transferred to the intensive care unit. According to the director of the Badulla General Hospital, Himali Vijayagunasekara, a total of 8 patients are currently receiving treatment in the ICU. A bus carrying a group of students of the southern campus of the Kothalavala Defence University was involved in an accident yesterday in Ambagasuya on the Dunhinda Badulla road. At the time of the accident, there were 42 on board, including 36 students, 3 lecturers, an instructor in charge of the group, a senior military officer in charge of the bus, and the bus driver. The Ministry of Defence said that the accident is believed to have been caused due to a technical fault in the bus. 40 who were injured in the accident are currently receiving treatment at the Badulla Teaching Hospital. The Ministry of Defence has confirmed that a Sri Lanka Air Force Bell 412 helicopter is stationed at the Diathalava Air Force Base to transport patients to Colombo for further treatment if needed, following instructions from the Defence Secretary. Tragically, 2 female students from the Kothalavala Defence University lost their lives in the accident. 23-year-old Pupudi Tharanga was a resident of Ambakote, Kurunagala. Isuri Upayangani, who was also 23, was a resident of Kolambagama, Nivithigala in Ratnapura. Police spokesman DIG Nihal Thaldua said today that 1,898 people have lost their lives in road accidents as of the 25th of October.
During the period from January 1st to the October 25th, a total of 1,818 fatal road accidents were reported. Additionally, there were 4,133 road accidents resulting in severe injuries and 7,146 minor accidents. From the 1,818 fatal accidents, 1,898 people lost their lives. Among these fatalities, 676 were pedestrians, 583 were motorcyclists, and 128 were pillion riders on bicycles. The total also includes 135 drivers, 249 passengers, 123 bicycle riders and 4 others.
Newsfirst with the people.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
Julia Sonali was named the Face of Asia female at the 2024 Asia Model Festival in South Korea. A South Korean national was named as the Face of Asia male.
Julia! Entry number...
One of the best decisions I have made is thinking that I should come to Korea. The love I got from each and every country which belong to Asia was an amazing experience, and this night would be one of the best nights of my life. Thank you very much for all the love, much more love from Asian countries. Good luck. Thank you.
Congratulations.
The 2024 Asia Model Festival was held in Gangwon in South Korea. This competition, in which participants from all Asian countries take part, has been continuously held since 2006 with the support of the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism of the Republic of Korea. The Asia Model Festival consists of 3 main events: Face of Asia, Asia Open Collection and Asia Model Awards. Julia Sonali and Udama Arachige represented Sri Lanka at the 2024 Asia Model Festival. Julia Sonali was named the Face of Asia female at the 2024 Asia Model Festival. Sri Lanka also won the Best Country Partner and Main Sponsor Award Zeal at the event. The CMG Cricket League 2024, the cricket encounter between subsidiaries of the Capital Maharaja Group, was successfully held today. The championship was won by the Steinians team, representing the Stein Studios in Ratmalana. The CMG Cricket League 2024 was held today at the Colombo Colts Cricket Ground. The tournament was organised with the aim of enhancing sportsmanship and developing camaraderie among the staff of the Capital Maharaja Group. Teams representing 32 subsidiaries of the Capital Maharaja Group played in the tournament. After 52 matches, the Steinians, representing the Stein Studios in Ratmalana, and the MBC Falcons, representing the MBC Broadcasting Station in Depanama, made it to the finals. The Steinians, who displayed an impressive style of play, clinched the championship at the CMG Cricket League 2024. The trophy was presented to the winners of the tournament by chairman of the Capital Maharaja Group, Sri Raja Mahendran. The event was also attended by the top management of the Capital Maharaja Group. Lakshina Sasindu Silva from the Steinians team won the Man of the Tournament award. The MBC Falcons team won the runner-up award at the CMG Cricket League 2024. The champions of the CMG Cricket League 2024, the Steinians, representing the Stein Studio Complex in Ratmalana, were awarded the Sri Raja Mahendran Challenge Trophy. APAD Sri Lanka's Search and Rescue or SAR team is currently engaged in an intensive 14-day training program in Taiwan. The 2024 Joint Indo-Pacific Region Swift Water and Rope Rescue Training Program is taking place from the 27th of October to the 8th of November and includes 14 participants from Sri Lanka alongside other members from Japan, the Philippines, Thailand and Taiwan. The training program is co-hosted by the National Fire Agency of the Ministry of Interior Taiwan or ROC and the Asia Pacific Alliance for Disaster Management or APAD, in which 30 personnel are undergoing the intensive training, 14 of which are APAD SAR members from the military and the private sector. Participants from the 5 countries are actively engaging in swift water training exercises at the Shiuguluan River in the Hualien County and a specialized simulation facility. This river, renowned for its rapid and unpredictable currents, provides a perfect environment for participants to refine their rescue skills both day and night. Following this, the focus will shift to essential rope rescue techniques applicable to a range of emergency scenarios. Led by a cadre of internationally certified trainers, this training is pivotal for strengthening Sri Lanka's disaster response capacity and safeguarding lives in emergencies, and is also an advanced training for those who underwent APAD SAR training in Sri Lanka over the years. APAD intends to continue the partnership with National Fire Agency or NFA Training Center in Taiwan to strengthen swift water search and rescue in the Asia Pacific region through civil-military coordination in responding to emergencies. The initiative is funded by the National Fire Agency of Taiwan, APAD International and the Connecting Business Initiative. We're just 12 days away from the 2024 general election. We leave you tonight with some of the latest views expressed in the political arena. Take care. Good night.
Before the ballot.
අද බලන්න වැඩි කරේ අහිංසක මිනිස්සුන්ගේ දේවල්. අඩු කරේ සුපර් පෙට්‍රල් සුපර් ඩීසල් ගාලා දුම්රිය දුවනවද බස් දුවනවද ත්‍රී වීලර් දුවනවද සැප විඳින කණ්ඩායමට තවත් සැප දෙන තීන්දුව තමයි මේ ආණ්ඩුව අරන් තින්නේ.
සියලු දෙනාම ඒ ඡන්දය ලබා දුන්නේ තමන්ට පුද්ගලික වරප්‍රසාද වරදාන බලාපොරොත්තුවෙන් නෙමෙයි. අපේ රටේ මිනිස්සු මෙච්චර කල් පුරුදු වෙලා හිටියේ දේශපාලනයත් එක්ක තම තමන්ගේ පුංචි පටු අරමුණු ඉෂ්ට කරගන්න. අපේ ඉතිහාසයේ පළවෙනි වතාවට පොදු මහා අරමුණක් වෙනුවෙන් මේ රටේ ජනතාව එකතු කරගත්තා. ඔබ ඒකට එකතු වුණා.
ජාතික ජනබලවේගයේ ආණ්ඩුව අපි දකින්නේ පරණ රජය පරණ ආණ්ඩු කරපු ක්‍රියාදාමයේම නැවතත් පාට මාරු වෙලා පුද්ගලයෝ මාරු වෙලා කරගෙන යන ආකාරයක් අපි විශාල බලාපොරොත්තු තියාගෙන මේ රටේ ජනතාව හිටියා.
මහින්ද මහත්තයා ජනාධිපති වුණා. මල්ලි බැසිල් මුදල් ඇමති වුණා. ඊගාව මල්ලි ගෝඨාභය ආරක්ෂක අමාත්‍යාංශ ලේකම් වුණා. ලොකු අයියා කුෂිකර්ම මහත්තයා ඇමතිවරයා වුණා. ලොකු අයියාගේ පුතා ඌවේ මහ ඇමති වුණා. මහින්ද මහත්තයාගේ ලොකු පුතා ක්‍රීඩා ඇමති වුණා. මහින්ද මහත්තයාගේ මධ්‍යම පුතා ජනාධිපති කාර්ය මණ්ඩලයේ ප්‍රධානී වුණා. මහින්ද මහත්තයාගේ නෝනා සිරිලියකේ අධිපති වුණා. නෝනගේ මල්ලි ගුවන් සමාගමේ සභාපති වුණා. ඒකේ පුංචාමගේ පුතා ඇමරිකාවේ තානාපති වුණා. ඊගාව පුංචාමගේ පුතා රුසියාවේ තානාපති වුණා. මහින්ද මහත්තයාගේ නංගිගේ පුතා මාතර සම්බන්ධීකරණ කමිටුවේ සභාපති වුණා. මහින්ද මහත්තයාගේ ලොකු පුතාගේ නැන්දම්මා ගුවන් සේවා සමාගමේ අධ්‍යක්ෂක වුණා. මහින්ද මහත්තයාගේ ලොකු පුතාගේ මාමණ්ඩි ස්වර්ණාභරණ අධිකාරී සභාපති වුණා. තව වැලක් තියෙනවා. කතරේ ගැහුවේ අපිට ආණ්ඩුවක් හදන්න මහින්ද මහත්තයා පවුලක් හැදුවා.
හේතු තියෙනවා අපෙන් ඈත් වෙන්න. පහුගිය කාලේ ආණ්ඩු කරපු කාල සීමාව තුළ වෙච්ච සමහර අතපසුවීම්, අපි ගත්ත සමහර තීන්දුව తీරන අපි කෙරෙහි විපක්ෂයේ ගොඩනගපු ප්‍රතිරූපය. එදා හොරා කියලා කිව්වා. ලංකාවේ සල්ලි පිටරටවල වලට ගුවන් යානා වලින් පැටවුවා කියලා කිව්වා. අද ඕන් විසින්ම ඕන් අපේ නගපු චෝදනා එකින් එක නිරවුල් වේගෙන එනවා.
රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමාගේ උපදෙස් ගන්න කැමති නැති වුණාට රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමාගේ වැඩපිළිවෙලම තමයි ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්නේ. රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමාගේ වැඩපිළිවෙල නෙවෙයි නම් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්නේ. ඔය තමන් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනවා කියපු දේවල් දැන් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්න පුළුවන්. IMF එක සංශෝධනය කරන්න පුළුවන්. බදු ටික අඩු කරන්න පුළුවන්. උපදෙස් ගන්නේ නැහැ කිව්වට එතුමාගේ පාරෙම තමයි යන්නේ.
කාල බෝම්බයක් දැන් අටවල තමයි රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ ගියේ. දැවැන්ත කාල බෝම්බයක්. හරි 2028 පුපුරවන්න ලෑස්ති කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා 2028 පුපුරවන්න නියමිත කාල බෝම්බයට දැන් ඉඳන් අපි ලෑස්ති වෙන්න වෙලා. අපි හිතනවා අපි මේ විපක්ෂය ශක්තිමත් කරන්න ඕන, විපක්ෂය වෙනස් කරන්න ඕන. මේ සාකච්ඡාව අරගෙන මේ ඡන්දයට ආවේ අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා මේ ආපු බලය අකාමකා දාන දෙන්න බෑ. ඒක ආරක්ෂා කරන්න ඕන. ඒක ඉස්සරහට ගෙනියන්න ඕන. වැඩ ගොඩක් අපිට තියෙනවා.
Before the ballot.